There you go. Alright, so we're gonna do a blue on white. Some of you might have a brand new brushes. Make sure you soak it a little bit because there's a little glue in there. So you want to make sure they all kind of like nice and smooth right in here. So this is called a blue on white technique. Basically, where does the blue come from?
Cobalt.
Cobalt oxide. So we're gonna do this. So cobalt oxide in here, so everybody have a little bit. You can see there's a different density right in here. It's because we try to dilute the water right in here. So you will probably need to, depends on how many variations that you can you want to do. So like for example, I have 4 cups right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this to the side and get I'm gonna take this on the side. So I'm gonna take this, shake it a little bit. We're using a cobalt oxide. So we're gonna have maybe a 1 drop, 1 on each one. Okay. And then feel like cooking. See. I'm gonna take the water. I'm gonna leave the first one untouched. The second one I'm gonna dilute once, and this one's gonna be 2. And the last one's gonna be 3. Yeah? So right now, this number 1 right here, 2, 3, and 4. Which one has most concentrations of blue?
1.
Number 1 or number 4?
1.
Now the tricky part is, try not to use one brush with 4 things, right? Because if you do that, it's kind of contaminated. So try to have a separate brushes so you can use it in a way. Yeah? Then now, are we good so far?
Yes.
Now we're gonna take one of these cups right in here, and then even though you can have a plate, what you can do is you can actually kind of lay out your outlines in here. So what I'm gonna do right now is, okay, for example, maybe we will take you can always use a pencil. You can do the pencil to scribble on the surface. Of course, this one has an angle on top, yeah? So you know where to carve. Because sometimes it's kind of hard. Wait, I'm going to use this. I'm going to maybe draw out a little bit. And I'm just going to do a line. So I kind of break the surface a little bit, yeah? I mean, design the surface, so where you want to carve.
Will the pencil mark burn off?
Yes. Okay. Will the pencil mark burn off? Yes. Oh my gosh.
So it's possible to like draw it out first and then...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But that means you have to do things twice, right? Okay. So, but I think that is a good thing. So, and again, that you can use your brushes. You can kind of go through. We talk about where you find the inspirations for the pattern. Anybody? Yeah. And remember I talk about the Zentangle?
Zentangle,
right?
Stencils.
So stencils and everything else that you actually kind of can use for it. So let's say if I have a circle like this. And then, man, that is bad. Okay? So I got this one right in here, so maybe I will have this one right here. So I might have some wash to it. Means very light. Make sure that you stir well, because this is a cobalt oxide, means it's a heavy metal. They sink on the bottom. So if you just dip on the top, you're not getting a full density of it, what you wanted.
So do you have to stir it every time you want to use it?
Pretty much. Okay, like this. Okay? And then you can go back and to do, maybe we want to do some right here. This is the second one. Oh, see this one, I didn't soak it enough. This in here. See right here, I give a nice pressure to it, but my brushes won't break versus this. See that? The differences between this and this? That means inside still have a glue. Okay, you need to soak it a little longer. They won't give you a full potential. Like right in here. See right here? This is, but this one I can't because there's a glue in there. I didn't soak enough. But we're gonna use this one right here. And then we can fill in the line. We can actually get it one more time. Can you see the lines are already darker? That means your cobalt lines oxide is going to be a little darker. Do you think color will change if I use the same density and then I run it one more time?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So some of you might, if I did this again, wherever I draw, it's going to be darker because I run it about 3 times, right? So, but the only downside is that, see, if you have very intricate surface that you draw for like an hour, but you want a different density, that means you need to draw 3 more times to get 3 different variations instead of using individual brushes and different ones. Yeah? Okay. So, then you can highlight it a little bit, maybe just, and right here. Do you kind of get the idea of how this blue on white? This is a nice brush. Trailing light. It's kind of disappearing. Okay. So you're gonna go around and then you can start to, play around with it. And remember the oxide? The angle that I put on. Unfortunately, if you have a white clay, you didn't do with the angle, you can't do that. But that's what you do with the angle. Then after I drew the line right in here, you see it? I can actually go in and to take away so reveal some of the line. So you got these, the lines almost look like this right in here. So you can have, using the contrast of the angle with the scrape away clay that look like. And so that will be another technique that you can use it on. You can use it in separate. I can actually take this all off. So I have a dark clay contrast with the white clay right in here. Okay. So again, like this, so that you can see there's a different variations of color, maybe a little heavier on that. And your project, you need to make what? 1 bowl and 1 vase, right?
Or
and
plate.
just start to,
1 bowl or plate.
1 bowl or plate in the vase. Yes?
1 bowl plate?
Yes.
Bowl or plate.
Oh, okay. I thought you-
Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? Anybody else have questions?
All right, so on the white clay,
Yes. Can I turn it off for me?
you don't have to put